All right, let's do this. Hopefully this will be longer than 5 minutes. I don't know if it's my wishful thinking or if it's absolutely true. But I've been losing a few subscribers lately, and I'm just like going, well, they must be bots. They must be, those that that basically came in, because I don't know. It's one of the freaking things that frustrates the hell out of me with YouTube, is that I just don't know. I have no control over my subscribers at all. It lets me see a few. It doesn't let me see them all. And it's just frustrating. If I am losing actual people, I hope wherever they are, I guess they're leaving YouTube, because there's no reason to unsubscribe. If you subscribe to enough things and you don't want to see my videos will not show up. I swear to you. So whatever caused you to subscribe in the first place, it just boggles my mind. And of course, you watching, you're either not subscribed, and this just showed up in your feed at some point, or you are subscribed and you're like, I don't understand what you're even talking about. Because the people that would unsubscribe wouldn't be watching this video to this point. And I have to remind myself of that. It's so bizarre, because it's like I want to get out these frustrations, but it feels like I'm taking it out on you, my viewer. And the truth is that you're the reason that I'm doing this. You're the reason that I keep doing this. I definitely don't keep doing this so that people could subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe and unsubscribe, because I have that going on all the time. That bullshit's happening all the fucking time. We've had some really great streams lately, and it is like so opposite. Like, I feel like I'm like in the opposite world. The streams have been like picking up. I've been ramping up pace. I've been really doing this stuff. I've actually been getting more Twitch followers. And there's something happening which I really, really like. It could be because I have the schedule up. It could be because now people can see that, oh my God, he's going to be on at this time. No, I don't think anybody's doing that. The main thing that's been going on is that I've been consistent. That is like the big the biggins. That has been happening. Yeah. That's the main thing, is to stay consistent. I think that's been really helping me. I do all my live streams through Twitch. Well, most of my live streams, almost all my live streams, however you want to say it. Obviously, I don't do celebrations, YouTube celebrations on Twitch. I will do a live stream here on YouTube. Nobody has even commented that I should do more live streams here on YouTube. One of the things that I did just recently, and I think it was a really awesome thing to get going, because I just finished the 4th bean circle, and I'm like going, now I gotta really kickstart the 5th one. I have to have at least 5. Five seems to be a really good start. It seems to have like a little bit of meat to it. So, speaking about the subscribers here, I pulled up the subscribers that I do know, and I don't know if they've unsubscribed. Like, these are, like, I don't know how this works. If somebody subscribes and then later unsubscribes, do they still show up as subscribers? If they don't, then they've already vanished and it doesn't make a difference. If they do, that's awesome. A lot of the people who've been subscribing to me, especially recently, have been VTubers, which that makes it easy because I either already made a queue for them or I have a reference to make a queue for them. And thus if they aren't, but I can extrapolate a reference, I will make a queue for them. And these are actually queues that I'm making without asking permission, and I don't know if that could be a thing. I haven't had anybody tell me no to the cake freaking shake. So, and most of the queues have already been made. So there's a few queues that I need to make. But it's my way of, like, basically putting a smile. There's a smile. It's going to make a smile as the 5th circle. So if there's a 6th, 7th, and 8th, there will be a YouTube subscriber smile in the middle of it all, which I think is awesome, and that's a secret between you and me. I think it's absolutely awesome to have. The funny thing about it is YouTube is my home. This is my home, for better or worse. This is where I got my start. This is where things are happening, and like. Blue Sky is going to a monetization model, which might be good for Blue Sky. I already have people, because of what's been going on with Discord. I already have people because of what's been happening with Discord. Basically, they're literally just jumpy, and I don't know if I'm going to move off of Blue Sky. I really haven't moved off of Twitter, which kind of like even pisses me off, but I'm still like attached to that. I'm still hoping that it's going to like come back. I can't post any I can't post any art, even though I just recently posted it and deleted it. I can't post any art because I don't want them to steal it. I don't want them to claim ownership over my work. It's not right. It's not right because I posted something that they gain a free license to use and create and change, and have basically full control. They even call it a free license. For it. I'm going to stop for a little bit. Talk to you. I'm mad early today, and I don't know why I'm going in this early. This is the makeup for my 5-minute stream that I did, and that was me praising everything. Me talking about how wonderful, because the live streams have been going not like gangbusters, but when I hit over 20 viewers, I'm like, that's amazing to me. And whether somebody just stops in, says hi, somebody's lurking, I personally, you can lurk in my stream. You don't have to say anything. You can just come in and see what I'm up to, watch what I'm drawing. It's visual eye candy. Turn my volume off. Sometimes my mic's not working. I thank everybody who says, I don't think your mic is on. Oh, speaking about mic not working, I think my mic was on the entire 7 days that I streamed for. It is literally a video that I was shooting, and you'll get all of my my first streams. All of my first streams are on there. All of them are all in one video on Twitch. And my suspension, you'll have me talking about my frustration with the suspension. You'll have me irritated. You'll have me doing artwork, not streaming artwork. You'll only listen to it. And I think the mic was on the entire time. And that's the shitty mic that my little Dell that I originally started filming with was posting, because it was shooting video the entire time, so that I could have CUDA. I think it is all CUDA. 7 days of it. And that's where the camera was located. And it's here on YouTube. It was shot live on YouTube. It is my personal best. I was not at my keyboard the entire 7 days. I went to work. I was streaming on Twitch. I was doing all these things while this video was going, and it was just going. When it finally ended, I think my because I had Comcast at the time, I believe. I think they did maintenance, and that's the reason why the stream finally stopped. But yeah, seven days. 7 days is my, six and change, almost 7 days. Is my personal best, and that's here. It is also one of the reasons why I have more video hours than I have viewing hours. But one of these days my viewing hours will surpass it. One of these days. It's kind of like one of my personal goals. Yeah, I don't try to force people to subscribe. I don't, this. Like I said, it's a little frustrating when people, subscribe and unsubscribe. YouTube's one of those things that, you can subscribe. And if you don't like what you see, you don't have to unsubscribe. You can just let it sit. And and I'll keep posting more and more videos. I was going to do that again. I tried it with the Levi mouse pad, and I think I got 4 days out of that straight of just showing the mouse pad, because I had to redeem, which one of these days I'll put back up. I'll put back up to where I can spank the thing. That mouse pad is the what do you call the creation of the cake shake. That's where it started from. Started from my Levi mouse pad. Levi from Attack on Titans. And yeah. I'm loving doing the cake shakes. That's a nice, fun little thing. It has taken over from the Potaroos, and I think that anybody who has a cake shake will get a Potaroo this Christmas. So I will definitely transition to that. So people have that for Christmas. I have one cake shake to do that left on my list, and I will probably do that. Not tonight. Tonight is fork knife, and I'm just going to go in fork knife and just fool around. I think I'm going to use the Deadpool thing. All I'm really doing, and this is really what the game is going to be, is I am just trying to get the game, trying to get back to playing games again. I think I got my GeForce game graphics card updated and ready to roll. I don't know how. I'm still at the point where I don't know how on earth I'm going to do collabs. I want to do collabs. I think it's kind of funny that that I think it's kind of funny that I was so dependent on Discord that I didn't know how I was going to actually do collabs. I still don't know. I still haven't figured it out. But when I used to do gaming collabs, like Fortnite, they have an onboard thing where you can connect, because you have to connect to everybody. That I could use to stream with. So I think I think that is. If you have Fortnite and you want to play between the hours of 1 and 3, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Tonight, join me. Join me. We are, still got plenty of time. Stop wasting gas. Gas is expensive now. Yeah, join me. Join me for the fun. You are more than welcome. I think I can solo. I think I can solo game for a bit. I suck at it. It is one of the reasons why, like, me as a survivor is probably one of the worst ideas in Dead by Daylight. When I did my Halloween thing a couple years ago, and I did Dead by Daylight, getting into joining groups and stuff like that, we lost like almost every single time. When I was killer, it's fine. I don't have to worry about this. But then again, now there's 2 killers, and I don't know. I think either the killer has to be really, really good, because I really, really suck at this. I'm really bad. I'm not to say that I haven't. I won one game, which I'm still like going, how on earth did that happen? But it happened. And I had them all going, oh, that was such an amazing way to go, and everything like that. And I was trying to compliment them, and they were like going, oh, the killer's here. I congratulated them all. But yeah, I like that. I like that people can get away and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say I didn't try. I did my best, and I'm gonna always do my best. But I'm not very good at it. Same thing with Fortnite. I'm gonna have to figure out how to shoot and move and jump around and all that stuff, and it's going to be a very interesting way to go. I've been told that I can get the goods by playing. So I mean, maybe I'll try that. But I'm not. I have no real plan. I will see what the stock characters are that I can be, and we will go from there. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to set up Deadpool. Um, oh, animated emotes. I wanted to do a pew pew, and I think my pew pew, one of my pew pews is going to be Spidey, and I'm going to have Spidey shooting webs, pew 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 pew, all over the place, and I'll turn that into an emote. Um, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Um, very happy. I'm happy with the direction that we're going in this year streaming wise, and I think it's just because I'm streaming has been a tremendous boost to my ego, tremendous boost to how I'm streaming, and it's much better than last year. Last year, I really was kind of like in a low, dark space, and I think it's because I did the reconstruction year, and the this year I really tried. I really tried. I really wanted to do dwarves, um, and the dwarves didn't happen. And because of the whole thing with Discord and Stoat and the animated emotes and stuff like that, that's where the cake shake came in. I have to give a shout out to Horror Queen Harley. She is awesome. She's the one who actually inspired me to do the cake shake in the first place. And like I said, mine's based off of my mouse pad, and that's where it comes from. So it literally is the two um, things that I'm just shaking around, and um, I like the direction, um, and again with um, Blue Sky losing its COO, um, and or changing their COO, and the new one coming in and talking about doing a more monetized version of it, which I think people have been clamoring for. And the problem with a monetized version is that it means that personal information has to be given. All these things have to do this stuff. You know, if you want to have like things like animated emotes, um, that is one of the things they will do for operating cost, and we're I already see people that I know of that are already kind of like going, yeah, yeah, we've already been through this bullshit. Bye. And they're already getting ready to jump. A few of them are already made noise about going to Mastodon. I have a Mastodon account. Look at that. Oh, but I'm not gonna. I think I'm going to do my usual. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to do my usual and wait it out and see how it goes. Um, we're we're at that point. Um, I'm just kind of with everything. 5 minute video is just kind of and I'm really sorry about that. That's now I think it's the third That's the third time that I've done that. Hit pause or accidentally hit pause and did not restart it back up again until I was stationary. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this stop right here, is because I still got a little ways to go to get to work, so that if I had paused for 15 minutes we would at least have a 15-minute video or a 20-minute video instead of a 5-minute video. I might do this as a regular thing. All right, let's cause some trouble. It's kind of my halfway point. I'm not happy with a lot of the directions the technology is going in right now. And I watched a movie that was a dark comedy called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And it really set the pace of what is happening in our society today, and the disconnect and the things. And there was a lot of really interesting things that they were trying to shove in there, and I think they either reached too far or basically made fun of, made light of things that they probably shouldn't have done, even though it's supposedly a dark comedy. I really think that what they should have done was they should have made a serious movie, and then just added the absurdity into their dialogue, which they didn't do. They were relying on the absurd story to be their part of it. And some of the visuals were kind of cool and kind of awesome and stuff like that, but I think that there is definitely a missed opportunity and a misstep with the movie. To throw out spoilers, I like the fact that it was teenagers connected to their phones. As the big bad coming out to get the heroes. One of the problems that I foresaw, especially because they use time travel. Time travel is something that I really, really like, and I really, really, it's one of those things that, obviously Steins Gate's my favorite anime. The town that I never was, a town without me, I guess is the better thing to do it. I'm trying to think of what the actual thing that they did, not escape. I forgot the name of it, but the town without me is another one of my favorites. Not as good as Steins Gate, but definitely up there. And they deal with time travel and what it means. I think that those could have been things to use for this movie, but they didn't do. It's kind of like what Everything Everywhere All at Once. They also they didn't do a big misstep, but they definitely had missed opportunities with their story and stuff like that. But there's the thing that I keep thinking that is the misstep, and it could be used. That misstep could be used to propel the movie, which is the fact that we are literally, the more connected we are, the more disconnected we are with life. And it's kind of what do you call them? Yeah, it's definitely a misstep in the whole thing. I am definitely a self-preservation person, but I know that people are not self-preservation people. So, it is what it is. Yeah. I don't know if I could write a proper movie myself. I'll put it that way. I did write a story about, and this is well before The Matrix and everything like that, where somebody realized that they're the protagonist of their own story, kind of woke up from it and got godlike powers. Then came to terms with the answer of why those godlike powers exist, and it's because they were plugged in. They weren't living in the real world anymore. And they woke up from it. There is the wanting to leave and being forced to leave type of thing going on, and it is, I would imagine, it would be very difficult to unplug once you have that. once you're plugged in, it's definitely no matter what. And then being forced out of it, I can't only imagine how horrendously horrible that would be for somebody. Using the Matrix as give you a point of view, having somebody unplug from that. It is certainly something that Neo didn't experience. And it could have been the reason why it was difficult for Neo to come to terms with the fact that he was actually the one. There's a multi-layered stuff that a lot of filmmakers and writers, including myself, don't contend with. I'm not saying we don't think about it, because I definitely think about it all the time. My life is unnecessarily complex for no good reason. It is the reason why when you see my tagline, "The Failed Fictional Life," from the otherwise flawed person. That's the reason why. That is me. That is how I feel. I didn't write that by mistake. I didn't write that kind of as like on a whim and as a joke. It definitely is a kind of a feeling, and it has definitely continued on through these 5 years. Otherwise, I would have changed it. If all of a sudden I became, if I went viral and I had tons and tons and tons of people, with adulations and stuff like that, maybe I would have changed it. But, I do not mark my success like everybody else. I do not mark anything. I do not, reason why I do things by being successful. Otherwise, I would have left. I would have stopped this. I would have given it the year that I originally slated for it, and after that first year, I would have been gone. The fact that this is going on for 5 years is totally amazing, and it's because I basically figured out my own, what drives me and stuff like that. But I will say that if this turned out the way that I thought it would when I first started, if it went as according to what I thought was going to happen, and I was monetized in 6 months, this would be totally different. I would be doing things totally different than I am right now. Morning Commute might not exist. I mean, I didn't do Morning Commute in the first year. And if I was making enough money, I wouldn't have a morning commute to do. I would just be going live. I'd be doing 8 hours, 9 hours of streaming every day. I would make it happen. transitioning from, I have to admit, transitioning from doing live videos like this to being a YouTuber. If the YouTubing, I was really doing well. I mean, I'm gonna have to watch it so that I can see, how much I was missing, how much I was not projecting, what I had, and more projecting what I wanted. In my earlier videos. I'm very grateful for what I have. I'm very grateful for what monicum of crumb that I'm given, and I relish it. And obviously I want more, but you know what? I take what I can get. Because you're worth it. And that's something that I think that I would have lost with the other videos. You are worth it. You are worth it to me. You are not just a number. You are not just an entity propping me up. And you're definitely not just chat. It's one of the reasons why I don't call chat. I don't even call chat Sparks. It's not an entity. You use chat. It's something to be used. It's not an entity. Not a being. Cool beans, comments below. Doesn't have to be cool beans, it can be whatever you like. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.